Welcome back. Today we're focusing on lymphatic drainage using the vibration plate. Remember, it's not just about standing on your vibration plate. You want to maximize the usage so that you can really increase and improve lymphatic drainage in the body. And so if you find yourself feeling a little puffy, a little swollen, maybe stagnant, sometimes the legs or limbs feel heavy, you may have some stagnant lymph in your body. And what we want to do is we want to get that lymph draining out of the tissues, moving back into the bloodstream so that it can filter back through the body, and you're gonna seem, well, slimmer or more sleek. It's not really weight loss, it's more so lymphatic fluid loss. And so another great reason why moving, staying active is incredibly important, but when you feel like you can't get enough movement in during the day, the vibration plate is definitely a great place to start. So let's get started. Okay, so as always, remember, we are always going to open up our lymphatic drainage points before we get on the vibration plate. Don't even waste your time getting on the vibration plate unless you do this first. So let's start out with our clavicle area, our terminus. I like to take the first two fingers, and you're just going to lightly go above and below that clavicle. Now, harder is not better. So don't think if I really dig in, man, that's going to be that better drainage. Not necessarily. Lymph is very superficial. And then once you've done that, we're just gonna pump as well above the clavicle and then below the clavicle. We're gonna give the chest a little rub today. Just kind of open up this area for maximum drainage. Then we're gonna take our fingers like a cuff, thumbs right in front of kind of where the shoulder kind of cuffs, and we're gonna pump. So we're just gonna do a little bit of a pumping action for about 10 rounds. Once you've done that, find the little indent right below your earlobe, kind of behind your jaw, and you're just gonna do some circles here. And then circles the other way. And then in front and behind your ear, you're gonna give that a nice massage. Go all the way around the ear and right in front. We have some nodes there that we wanna access and open up. And then once you've done that, right behind the head, kind of the cervical column, base of the skull, I just like to massage and nod. That's kind of the easiest way to open that up and massage the base of the skull as I do that. Once you've done that, find the diaphragm area kind of above the belly button but below that xiphoid processes, and we're just going to kind of knead up. I like to go from the belly button all the way up because we all have different bodies and it's hard to say this is the exact point when you might have a longer torso than I do. You might have a shorter torso. So I just like to get that whole entire point. This one was a game changer for me, especially if you get a lot of stomach bloating. All right, let's go into the groin, and we're just going to do little pulses right down by the pubic bone all the way up to the hip. And just do that a couple of times. And if you want to just kind of massage that area too, just kind of open that up. Again, we don't need to dig. All right, behind the knee, I like to take my thumbs on each side of that lower leg and also massage there. There's a nice acupressure point. And massage the back of the knee, same thing. If you get a lot of swelling in the lower leg, this is a point. I do this every day when I wake up, but really make sure you don't forget behind the knees. And then also in the elbows, in the wrists, roll the shoulders. All right, we're ready to hop on. All right, let's get started. Set our vibration plate for 10 minutes and step on. I'm gonna step wide on my vibration plate, and we're just gonna start out with soft bent knees and an arm swing. Just kind of getting the body warmed up, starting to get that lymph moving. When we change the height, so if I bend my knees versus straighten my legs, I'm definitely going to feel different parts of the body being worked and that lymph being accessed, which is another reason why we don't just stand on the vibration plate. What a waste. And so letting the arms swing as well, just kind of really gentle swinging, nothing crazy, is going to allow us to also start to get the lymph moving in the arms as well. And so calm breathing the entire time. Why do we deep breathe when we're working lymph or working lymphatic system? Because that's what gets the lymph back up to the terminus. If you're not deep breathing, it can't get there. All right, last one. Okay, so now from here, we're gonna start with a little bit of a balance. I'm gonna come in more narrow with my feet, and I'm gonna step up and then bring my foot down. So I told you balance today. I'm keeping my core somewhat engaged here, and I'm really focusing on balance and stability. Now, I gotta make sure I don't touch buttons here with my toes. Now, as I do this, we can also add in a shoulder roll. So, kind of a little bit of a pat your head, rub your belly type situation. If you wanna just do a shoulder roll every time you pick up a leg, that's just fine. If you wanna do them faster, slower, if you're like, Hope, I don't have that coordination, always be remembering that we can also be on a support. Put a chair in front of you. Be next to the wall. Whatever it is that you need to do to make sure you utilize your vibration plate and you get your body moving, your lymph moving today. All right, next one. Now we're gonna add a little bit of a twist. So I'm gonna stay a little bit more narrow on my feet and I'm gonna twist. This is not a fast movement. One thing I love about the vibration plate as a bonus is that you are building stability and strength. If you've seen some of my other videos, I talk a lot about stabilizing and using those small muscles, not just the large skeletal muscles. And being on a non-stable surface like this, which is another reason why being on your vibration plate barefoot is ideal, is you're gonna start working those muscles a lot more. Watch my time here. One more. Whew. All right, good job. All right, let's add in a nice squat. So we're gonna come down and up, down and up. If you wanna take your feet a little bit wider, feel free to do that. So now the wider you go with your feet on your vibration plate, depending on what you're doing, you're going to change the game. It's going to be a little bit more intense than what you're used to if your feet are more narrow. 30 seconds. Just keep breathing. You have 10 minutes. You can dedicate 10 minutes to better lymphatic drainage. When our lymph is draining properly, we are healthier. We get sick less. We have less C cells in the body. We're less puffy, less bloated, better digestion. Okay, now come to the center, and we're gonna try to balance here. So just bring that leg up if you need to. Use a wall, arms out to T, small circles with the arms. Keep that base glute nice and strong. I'm gonna try to look for you here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now switch. So I'm at the center of my vibration plate. If you'd rather just have a toe on the vibration plate with that other foot, otherwise come up, either arms at T or hold on to something. We're gonna go circles the other way. Stay with me and breathe. This is a whole nother dynamic here. 3, 2, 1, great job. All right, back wide again on your feet. So now this time, we're gonna come down into a squat, lift a heel, back up. Down into a squat, lift a heel, arms come up. Keep with your breath. Let those arm swings be almost rhythmic, where they kind of move on their own. You're not controlling it. You're just letting there be a fluidity to it. Ten seconds. And up, great. great job. All right, so now we're just gonna stand, arms come up shoulder height, and we're gonna twist. Keeping the knees gently bent so we keep that vibration really strong in the legs. Nice deep breathing as you torso twist. Nice job, 20 seconds. Two, and one, nice job. All right, over on the right side. Well, let's see if I can even do it here. I'm gonna bring my foot in a little bit. All right, you're gonna bring that foot up, arms open to T, leg comes out to the side, and we're gonna leg kick. Remember, use the wall, use a chair, use a tabletop, a countertop. Nice and controlled. I'm keeping the foot flexed on that moving leg and kicking with my heel, not my toe. All right, opposite side. I'm at about mid stance. I'm not all the way wide. Arms open up to T or hold on to something. Here we go. Flex the foot and we're gonna move. So I said this was balance and stability today. Keep breathing. Notice how it feels different when you're on one leg, woo, versus the other. Got about 20 counts-ish. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, less than that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, feet wide again. We're gonna come down into that squat. Arms genie style, hold it. We're gonna try to bring the hips down as low as we can to knee level. Sit back into your hips and heels, let your toes wiggle. If you thought regular squat was hard or chair pose in yoga, try doing it on a vibration plate. All right, we got 20 seconds. Stay with me. See if we can go a little bit lower. Let's make this 10 minutes count. Now we have just 60 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, come up to standing. Great work, feet are still wide. All right, last one here. We're gonna go back into somewhat of a torso twist, but this time we're gonna do a Zen arm swing. So we're just gonna let those arms kind of hit our sides as we twist the torso. Keep the knees soft, nothing is locked. If you've watched my videos with the lymphatic drainage on the vibration plate, you notice that I'm always reminding you to do that. Don't lock the knees, don't lock the knees, don't lock the knees. We want to keep fluidity in our joints. We want to keep fluidity in our fluid, our lymph fluid. We want to keep fluidity in our breath. I love the vibration plate in the morning because it really kind of loosens up the spine and reduces stiffness, can really help with arthritic-like symptoms. So just tons of benefits to regular use of the vibration plate. Great work. Shoulders up to the ears, down and back. One more time. Shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Let's just do that 3 times. Arms come up. Arms come down. And you are ready for a great day. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video like this. And let me know in the comments below what was your favorite move in this 10-minute routine. And I will see you next time.